it's Chloe and we're back with another video. You guys, Married at First Sight season 15 episode 4. Let's just get into it. I will say that I actually enjoyed this episode. I really wish that they would have just left Morgan and been out. Like, we don't really care at this point, but we here. So let's just get into it. So Pastor Cal said that they married now so they can go do what grown people do and married people do. Okay, y'all know what that means. They can start humping or whatever the case may be. But we already know that that's not going to happen with these people because they got married at first sight. It is very rare that they consummate the marriage on the first night. Besides like Chris and Paige or whatever the case may be. We saw how that played out. But anyway, so Kristen can't find her pajamas, okay? And Mitch somehow forgot his too. Look, we already know what's up. Mitch didn't buy no pajamas, okay? Mitch don't have no pajamas. So he just was going to wear his little boxes or his shorts or whatever the case may be. Because we already know that he not bringing home no bacon. He was not about to go out his way to go buy some daggone pajamas, okay? Now, I don't know what's going on with all the ladies in their pajamas, but Kristen lost her pajamas and she can't find her. I honestly think that she just don't want to put on the pajamas after he done complained so much about her being dolled up in a dress and some shoes. So she probably was like, you know what? I'm going to just act like I ain't got no pajamas. I'm going to put on this these little black leggings and tank tops because he might like that, okay? Because even when she was changing, she was like, see, this is how I am on a normal basis, and this is how you're gonna see me anyway. I'm like, child, girl, bye, okay? Mitch just seems so uninterested in everything about her. Like, she's talking to him, he just looking like, and it's just like, he don't care. He don't care. But he says in his confessional that he can't force anything and he feels like it's a lot of pressure. Maybe that's why it's starting to feel awkward. I'm just sitting here like, why did you sign up for this, Mitch, if everything about this process is so intense and pressure and a lot for you? Why do this? We didn't have 15 seasons of how Married at First Sight work, and you get up here and now it's just too much for you. It's just way too much for you, all right? But anyway, he is happy that she has her natural face, okay? He says that she looks great. Her pajamas look great. Basic, okay? He like her to look basic. And there's nothing wrong with natural beauty, but dang, you gonna be upset when a girl just want to go have a nice date night or go out with her friends and put on some makeup or whatever the case may be, get all dolled up, put on some shoes, and you gonna be in your feelings. Like, Mitch, you need to, like, get it together, okay? Just get it together for now. Lindy and Miguel, okay? So Miguel says that he thinks that they're gonna talk and cuddle, and if that conversation leads to sex, then okay. Now, Lindy has been in the bathroom looking for her pajamas. Married at First Sight, what y'all do with these ladies' pajamas? And why can't nobody find them, okay? She's been looking for like 40 minutes for these daggone pajamas, but she's getting so like worked up and like real intense, and she's just getting aggravated. Miguel goes in there like, you all right? She's like, I just want to brush my teeth and lay it out. I was like, okay, calm down. Calm down. Okay. Miguel says that her stressing out and spiraling would have been a red flag, but he's married now. So I guess he just gonna have to deal with it. Child, I don't know what's going on with these people. And why can't nobody find their pajamas? Y'all help them find their pajamas. Or just supply pajamas next time. Just do that, okay? So now Stasia and Nate, I'm so jealous of Stasia because when she was washing her face or whatever, she wiped off them eyebrows and they were still there, baby. Y'all wipe off these eyebrows, it's nothing there. It's nothing there. So I was low-key jealous about that because her eyebrows is definitely giving what's supposed to be gave, okay? They says that they're probably gonna cuddle, have a nice solid conversation, a nice solid cuddle session. And you know, the producers were like, so which one would you rather, cuddling or, you know, sex? And he was like, he ain't say nothing or they cut for him, but I'm gonna say yes, he wants sex, okay? Y'all know that man will rather have sex than cuddle. Let's not act crazy and let's not make up stuff, okay? Now, they talk about expectations as they're laying down. He says that he wants someone that's supportive and understanding, and he want a best friend because as you get older, you know, the looks fade, the body sags, and all this type of stuff, but a best friend is forever. Take it from me, best friends ain't forever. They just not. They supposed to be, but I guess sometimes it just don't work out like that. I guess sometimes it just does not work out like that. But when they turned off the lights or whatever and they start coloring up, it was looking like they was having a nice solid makeout session more so than a cuddle session. Just saying, okay? So Kristen and Mitch are spending their first morning married together. And, you know, she says that they slept good. He said she didn't snore. She said that, you know, he just slept to himself. And I'm like, girl, of course he slept to himself. He don't want to be next to you. And then she had the nerve to be in a confessional talking about something they didn't do it. Girl, we know that he don't like you. You ain't telling us nothing we don't know. You're the one living in a delusional world, girl. It's you. Anyway, so as they're talking, they're eating their breakfast. He tells her that he's a picky eater. He doesn't like any creamy white sauces. I'm not gonna tell y'all where my mom went, but it went there. If y'all follow, go there, okay? Miguel and Lindsay first morning. She is like literally on cloud 9, okay? She is like crushing on Miguel so bad, y'all. She's like, oh, I think my husband's so cute. He's so cute. I really like him. I really like him. Just doing the most, okay? But she's just rambling. I mean, when they're sitting down talking, she's just going. Talking about how she got to have her snacks on the plane and, you know, her sugar and all types of stuff. And she got travel anxiety. And I mean, she's just going. Poor Miguel sitting there like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Now, I can understand because he wasn't really giving her much to work with, but at the end of the day, Miguel could have jumped in there if he wanted to. But as she's rambling, okay, Miguel tells us in the confessional that she's really cute, and she's like a little stress ball. She's like a little ball of stress. I was like, child, that's what it's giving. Like, girl, relax. Woosah. Breathe in, breathe out, child. We got to do these exercises together for daggone Lindy because she is on one. Definitely on one. Now it's Nate and Stassi's first morning. So Stasia tells us that, you know, she didn't know what to expect, but she is so happy with Nate, okay? Because, like, out of 1 to 10, he's like 100. He's like everything. He's everything. Like, he's way more than what she expected. I said, okay. They sit down, they're talking, they making a joke about how she didn't sleep with her eyes open, and something was telling me like, girl, she don't sleep with her eyes open all the time. But anyway, okay. They start talking about their insecurities. She says that she has problems with communication. She feels like she's a good communicator, but sometimes there's like a breakdown in that communication or whatever the case may be. So then he starts to talk about how he feels misunderstood, and you know, he went from he moved around a lot as a child. And so he said that when he got to the urban areas with the black kids, they was acting like savages, okay? The kids is savages or whatever the case may be. So now they're trauma bonding over being light-skinned, okay? I'm just gonna say this, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I live in the ghetto. I'm from the ghetto. I live in the ghetto, okay? I grew up in the ghetto, y'all. I have lived here my whole entire life. I went to school with majority all black kids, a few Hispanics. I have seen no white kids in my school except for when I went to high school, okay? And that's because I went to the School of the Arts. Now, anyway, what I will say is that I've never experienced darker kids or full black kids making fun of biracial or mixed kids or even light-skinned kids. It's always the darker kids, the Africans, like those are the people who normally get made of. So I just couldn't understand like where it was coming from. But then again, that's their own experience. But I'm just saying, y'all, I just don't understand. I don't think it's for me to understand. Let's just say that. I guess it's just not for me to understand, okay? Because I experience colorism. I have. And it's never been the other way around for me. I've never seen that being projected amongst the, lighter skinned kids or mixed kids and things like that. They were always more of the preference, especially the girls. So it was, especially even the guys, it's always been a preference. So that kind of threw me, but child, that's the experience and we can't take that from them, okay? But they're trauma bonding over, basically being the same person because they definitely look just alike. And now they have the same growing up life experiences, okay? Sasha said that she has literally grown to love herself. She is past that, but for some reason, Nate is still trying to pull himself out of this isolation feeling. And she said, how can I help you when you get in those feelings? He said, I just need you to nudge me a little bit, get me up out of there. And she's like, no problem, I'll nudge you. I won't poke you, but I'll nudge you a little bit. So I'm happy that she's going to be able to support him and understand some of his insecurities and be able to uplift him because she's been through some of them as well. So maybe they're not trauma bonding in the sense that she has kind of pulled herself out of it and got the help that she needed. But That's just that. Anyway, so y'all, Alexis and Justin had a great night, okay? Now, for all y'all was like, she's just drunk. She don't really like him. She's just drunk. It's the next morning, and she seems to really still like him. Y'all, she do. Okay, she's all happy. You know, they start talking about cuddling and whatnot. And he was like, I like the cuddle as long as it's not, like, hot or whatever, because then I'm going to be like, ooh, it's hot. Get off me, you sticky. And she's like, you don't want my little sticky booty on you? He was like, oh, no, you could put your little sticky booty on me. And I'm just like, sticky booty, I don't want it. But here's my thing. Why is daggone Justin in his confessional with no shirt on and his bird chest out? Now, I was confused about his body because I felt like he had a little bit more heavier weight up top, but baby, it's nothing there. It's nothing there. It's like the arms lacking, the chest is lacking. It's just giving bird chest, okay? But anyway, he tells Alexis that he watched her sleep. I was like, creepy, y'all. That daggone Justin is gonna fall so hard. I mean, so hard. It's gonna be crazy, y'all. It's gonna be crazy, okay? So now Alexis is in her confessional and she's telling him, like, I know why we were matched. Like, I really get it. And it's like, girl, why you play yourself like that? You could have been happy. You could have been married because y'all know they met on, y'all know they matched on Hinge or whatever the case may be. And she, you know, swiped on him a few times, okay? Come to find out, it was twice that she, you know, bypassed that man. So that's why it's hard for a lot of people to kind of understand how all of a sudden you just so giddy over this man when you passed up on him twice, girl. You passed up on him twice, okay? So now all the couples are going to meet with their spouses' families, okay? So Stasia meets with Nate's dad and friends, and she tells them that she's a workaholic, okay? The brother is like, that's part of the problem that I'm a little bit concerned about when it comes to you two, because he's a workaholic too. You're both stubborn. Like, how is this gonna work? And I'm like, they are the same person. If we didn't meet her, his father and her mom, child, I will honestly be like, give me a DNA test, because there's no way these people are not related. They have the same personality traits. They look alike, child. It's giving they are the same person at this point, okay? But it's low-key cute and creepy. I'm just saying. They want to know if she's gonna be willing to, like, stop working and slow down, especially if they want to have kids or whatnot. She said that's something that she's working on because she works so hard to get where she at. I'm like, girl, either you're gonna do it or you're not, okay? You got a man. You didn't have time to find you a man, so somebody went and found you a man, and now you got to make time for the man that you got, because if not, you ain't gonna have no man, and you gonna be a workaholic working 12-hour days with nobody to go home to. Get it together, Stasia. Get it together, okay? Nate goes to meet with Stasia's sister and her mom, and they asked him if he's willing to wait, because she said, you know, we was playing when we was like consummate the marriage. We was playing, but we just want to know if you're willing to wait. How do you know that they didn't do it already? I don't understand why these family members is all up in their sex life, okay? What if they would have done it? So you asking if he's willing to wait as if what? As if what? As if they couldn't have had it the last night when they was all up in them sheets, you know, grinding on each other and kissing each other down, child. What if Nate would have been like, we already did it? Okay? But Nate said that, you know, he just wants to get to know her. There's no time limit on it. It is what it is. They asked him what he do. He talks about the fact that his business had got bankrupt and it came with a lot of debt, so they had to dissolve the business and stuff like that. And I'm just like, that's not a good thing. But you know, it happens. It happens to the best of us. So I get it. Okay, when they asked him about his job, he says that he day trade. Y'all, do y'all make good money day trading? The people who day trade, let me know if y'all make good money, because if it's worth me quitting my job, I might look into it. I'm just saying, okay? He starts talking about, you know, his relationship with his father. And he gets a little choked up and he starts crying because he realized that his father did everything that he could do for him. Like, he did the best that he could do for him. But he found himself navigating more to his friends' houses because they had full families, like, you know, mother, father in the household. And he was looking for that dynamic. And I think even though the tears came very sudden and a lot of people were like, where the heck did he start crying from? When you look back at it and you actually see how he was about to start talking about his father, and then it kind of hit the reality hit him. It's like he had a self-revelation as to why he wanted to be with his friends more than be home, because he definitely was craving a family. He brings up the fact that his mom, you know, his first only interaction was with his mom was when he was 12 years old. She came to the birthday party. They was like, this your mom? And there was like no emotion. It wasn't nothing like that. His mom's Korean. So I'm starting to think that maybe it has something to do with the fact that his father is black. I'm really thinking that because, you know, sometimes in a different culture, especially Korean cultures and stuff like that, they don't take too well to people of, you know, darker skin, okay? People of color like ourselves, okay? So maybe when her family found out that she was pregnant by a Negro, okay, they was like, no, we can't do this. And the father was like, I bet, give me my baby. So it is what it is. But you can tell that he has a lot of, like, you know, past trauma that he has to be able to deal with and grow from. I think that has something to do with his insecurities and why he felt isolated, because his mom kind of abandoned him. Or no, not kind of, she did, okay? Mitch goes to meet with Kristen's friends and her mom, and mom was like, what's your intentions with my daughter? I was like, dang, mom, we just got here. He just met her. He ain't really got that much attention. The only attention he had to begin with was like, I'm gonna get married. Like, I'm not gonna leave her at the altar, whether or not I like her or not. And we all know that he don't like her. But he says he just wants to make her and himself 100% happy. That's what he wants to do, okay? Mom says that, you know, she gets this feeling that he's very honest, and if anything, his honesty may hurt her. But she rather him be honest and hurt her feelings than lie to her and hurt her feelings, okay? They also clear up the whole fact that she's not a diva, she's not a diva, she's not a diva. And I was like, yeah, because that's the part that got him. It was the bougie for him, okay? He liked his women plain, the plainer the better, okay? No makeup, no shoes. Child, she can't wear shoes. She can't wear earrings. She can't wear necklace. I don't even know if he liked her wearing her wedding ring at this point. Who knows? Who knows, okay? He said they asked him why he he has never been in a long-term committed relationship. He talks about the fact that he wasn't really comfortable with saying who he was. And I was like, what do you mean by that? Come to find out, he was a closet environmentalist. I don't even know what that is, child. But if it makes him feel better about his lifestyle, then it is what it is, okay? I don't see how that has anything to do with the fact that you are single, the fact that you have never been in a committed relationship. Like, child, you didn't have no environmentalist friends that were females that you kind of, like, you know, hooked up with or wanted to be friends with. None of that? None of that? Okay, it's giving lying, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's definitely giving her mom the googly eyes, okay? And as much as he says he's like them plain Jane women, he's definitely giving her mom the googly eyes with all the makeup on, okay? The hair nice and straight, giving us what the girls is giving us, okay? Mom feels like, you know, all this sounds good, and I really feels like this would be a challenge more so for you, Mitch, because, like, you have to find the balance of how you're gonna be able to love Kristen and love the planet. Like, you're gonna have to figure it out. You can't love the planet more than you love Kristen at this point, child, because she deserves love. But, you know, Mitch, I just don't see it for him. I'm not feeling him. He's rubbing me wrong the whole episode. Ever since last episode, I've been looking at him sideways, y'all, and he hasn't sent me into a rant yet, but all bets is off. So if it happens at this point, okay? Now, Kristen goes to sit with his family, and, you know, his brother is like, he may be overwhelmed and stuff like that, because this is a lot of pressure for him. So this may just be too much for him, and whatever the case may be. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, we get it. He signed up for Married at First Sight as if he didn't know what Married at First Sight was, okay? But whoever the sister-in-law is, his sister-in-law does not see it for him whatsoever, okay? She was like that man could be nasty, he could be mean, he could be rude, he could be all types of stuff. Then they out there laughing and giggling about the fact that he may say something to hurt your feelings, and they hope that she could be able to get through it, and this, that. And I'm sitting here like, why is this supposed to be a funny topic? Okay, why are we talking about him having, you know, him hurting people because his pride is hurt, because he's so prideful and he has a lot of ego? So it's okay for him to go around verbally abusing people with his mouth because he could be mean and straightforward, and sometimes that could hurt your feelings. See, I don't like when people use that I'm straight, I'm forward as a disguise just to be mean and nasty. And he definitely gives me those vibes that, oh, I'm just gonna be honest about how I feel, and I'm gonna be straightforward about how I feel just so he could be mean. Like, no, you can do things and do it in a nice way. If people are saying that you are hurting their feelings, okay, and that she might not want to be with you after it, is giving abuse, verbal abuse. So he better not, and I promise you he better not get up here and start acting crazy. Kristen, all I'm gonna say, girl, is put on your Alyssa shoes and run. Put on your Alyssa shoes and run, okay? We don't care. I am fine with you giving us Alyssa vibes from now on, okay? Please do not settle for this man. Please do not. Because if he continues to act like this, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. I see it now, okay? So Alexis goes to sit down with Justin's mom and his friends, okay? And mom was like, so how was everything? And she's like, well, your son's still celibate. And I was like, girl, that was not what you were supposed to say. Mom gave her one of those good old stares, you know, the ones that the parents give you when you say something you ain't supposed to say, and they look at you like, you better hush, you better hush. She gave her one of those looks, okay? They talk about his engagement, how they had went to look for dresses and everything was great, and then she just like, left him or whatever the case may be. He called her saying that the wedding was off. He was really, really hurt, okay? So then she tells them that she has been proposed to 3 times, and this raised red flags for them because they're like, what happened? Mama's like, what happened? Why it didn't work? And she was like, well, I just didn't know, if I was ready and this, that, and the other. So they're getting these vibes. It's the vibes of like, she's a runner, she's a track star. She's going to do the same thing that the ex-girlfriend did when they was engaged and they was married. And then as soon as she had cold feet, she ran. So they getting the same vibes that this girl may do the same thing and actually hurt Justin's feelings. And I don't blame them for feeling that way, but you could tell that mom and the mom and friend was just not here for some of the stuff that Alexis was saying, and it kind of makes sense when you put 2 and 2 together. She hasn't been able to really settle down, and she always runs, especially you running when they proposing. So it's like we got over that hump of proposing and marriage, but are we going to actually be able to stick this thing out and work through it? That's the question. That's the question. And they said that they don't trust her and that they actually hopes that she can handle his sensitivity. It's giving me that Justin's a crybaby. And there's nothing wrong with wearing your heart on your sleeves, and there's nothing wrong with being sensitive. But when people keep bringing it up that much, it's giving Justin may be a crybaby. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So Justin goes to meet with her sisters and her mom and the Quiet Storm sister with the red bob that be bobbing. Okay. She was like, you seem like a genuine guy or whatever, but can you tell me how you are when you angry? Because she feels like that's when you really get to see how people react. I don't know how we got from him being angry to him crying with her, and I was like, child, that's that sensitivity coming out. He said if she's crying, I'm gonna cry with it. I said, she said angry. Angry, Justin, angry. But the thing that I did learn from this daggone conversation is that Justin is going to be a pushover. I told y'all that from the very beginning that he's going to be a pushover, and it's starting to really translate on the screen. It's like he's willing to jump through hoops, jump over barrels and everything just to make Alexis happy. And then I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but I could tell that he's going to give 110%. Okay, not 100%. She might give 100%, 90%, but he's definitely giving 110%. And I don't think that's gonna work out for them too. I just don't. It's something about the way him being so sensitive and her being so independent, trying to merge them two together. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be good, because she strikes me as the woman who feels like as soon as he starts to get too emotional, too sensitive, she's gonna be like, no, he's weak and I don't want him. That's what I'm saying. That's the energy that I get from Alexis. Okay. So Miguel sits down with Lindy's family, and oh God, Lindy's family bothers me, okay? Mom, for some reason, wants to know about their sex, and I'm like, for what, Mom? For what? Why? Okay, they talking about, I'll bring the Bible into it. When you have sex, you become one, so you really need to get to know her. How do you not know that they didn't have sex last night? That's what I'm saying. How do you not know that they didn't have sex last night? Miguel should have been like, yep, we had sex last night, too late. But I just don't understand why they're so invested in this, okay? But Miguel works on my nerves because Miguel acts like he's so perfect. They asked him about his past relationships and why nothing worked out. And he's like, I was the one who always broke up with them. It was me always breaking up with them. And I was like, oh, he gives me that vibe that's like, my ish don't stink, and we know it do. Like, boy, you need to spray the room when you leave, okay? It's gonna be a problem. It's definitely me giving me Jose. I'm pulling out the whiteboard. I got my life together. I'm all laid down. I'm perfect, and you need to either fall in line or it's nothing. It's giving me those type of vibe. And the fact that the conversation that the conversation that his sister had with Lindy really just drove me wrong, because as soon as Lindy sit down, she was like, so let me just say this: you being a Cancer, him being a Gemini, according to astrology, y'all won't work out. Girl, shut up. Shut up, girl, shut up. Who told her to go ahead and use that, girl? Y'all people who be that deep into them daggone horoscopes be doing too much, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love the fact that I'm a Virgo. I do feel like I got some of them character traits, but that overall does not make me who I am, okay? Just doesn't, okay? So Lindy's basically like, I don't really believe in all that stuff, okay? Just don't. But she's really grilling her she's asking her, what are you going to bring to the table? My brother's well off, or whatever the case may be. So she tells her, like, yes, I have student loans debt. And I'm like, girl, we all do. I mean, majority of us do. Like, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. So they start saying, like, I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, because, he's the type of person that's going to make out a plan and get it together for you and stuff like that. And I was like, Jose with the white boy, okay? And then they was like, but he likes someone who's driven and ambitious, okay? And Lindy was like, well, I'm kind of been so driven my whole life. I'm kind of at the point where I just want to have fun, okay? I just want to have fun. I done worked so hard. I'm not really doing that much work. I mean, I do what I want to, when I want to, and how I want to, and that's just that on that, okay? So I already feel like there's going to be a real big disconnect between Miguel and Lindy. Child, I see it happening, okay? Because he already said that he don't want to be nobody's sugar daddy. Child, that Miguel. So now when the couple sit down to talk about how they, interactions with each other's families, this is basically what I got from it, okay? Kristen is delusional if she think that dinner went well. Like, girl, they said nothing good to you for you to be like, oh my God, this was great. No, okay? Mitch sucks. Pretty much, he just sucks, okay? Nate's lying. Nate's giving me lying vibes, F-boy vibes, okay? It's something about how they just knew I was real because I was crying. That didn't sit well with me, okay? Miguel don't want to be nobody's sugar daddy, and his sister is too worried about his money and what he do with it, okay? Because I don't know why he brought it up, the fact that his ex-girlfriends, his sister will always wonder what his ex-girlfriend was bringing to the table. If Miguel didn't have no problems doing what Miguel was doing, then you shouldn't have no problems, sister. What is it? Is he paying your bills? What's going on? Why are you so invested in his pockets? Why? Okay, why? That's all I'm saying about that, okay? And then, finding out that Lindy has some debt or whatever the case may be, he's sitting there talking about, I'm not going to say it's red flags, but it's definitely magenta. You're a red flag too. You're definitely a red flag, okay, Miguel? You're definitely giving off red flags. And I feel like that relationship will be very unhealthy because the way that they act like this man does nothing wrong. He is so perfect that if anything happens in between them two in their marriage, it's always going to look like it's Lindy's fault. And I already don't like it. Okay? But I also learned that Lindy ain't worried about her debt. She talks too much and she's going to live her best life. Period, okay? Justin is falling in love already and Alexis done got some braids and I'm trying to figure out, girl, when did you go and how long did it take you? Because you went after the lunch or before the lunch because baby came back with braids in and I was like, girl, when? Okay? All the couples find out that they are going to Mexico for their honeymoons. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Now, let me tell you, Mitch, stop acting like a Mitch. Just stop it, okay? Everybody's popping their little poppers and the confetti is going everywhere. Oh no, I don't want to pop that. Like, like the confetti, I seen it on the beach. I seen it on the beach and I'm like it. It was on the beach. Like, shut up, Mitch. This is in a house. Sweep it up. It's not on nobody's beach. You're in a house. Then he complained about the hubby shirt. I mean, if you want me to wear it, I'll wear it because I can't let you be solo because that's not what marriage is about. Shut up. Like, he gets on my nerve. Now I understand what he meant by closeted environmentalists. Like, boy, you be doing too much. You should have stayed in the closet. Like, you doing too much. Stay in the closet. You could tell that you could tell that Kristen is starting to really, really get agitated and annoyed because she like, he worried about that. I just want to pop these things. Girl, you better than me because as soon as he would have tried to say something, I already would have popped it. It already would have been popped, period. All I'm saying is run, Kristen, run and do not look back, okay? Take off them shoes that he don't want you to wear and just run. Do not look back. Because he's going to aggravate you, he's going to aggravate me, and God knows I don't want to be aggravated with him. So Justin and Alexis are getting ready to, packing up for the honeymoon or whatever. And she's pulling out her bathing suits and everything like that. And it was starting to get a little hot. She was like, no, we not even about to do that. He was like, look, we came in celibate, but we ain't got to leave celibate or whatever the case may be. And she was like, well, if he with it, then I'm with it. And I was like, okay. If he with it, then I'm with it. Alexis is going to get her some of that Justin. I mean, okay. So when all the couples meet up at the airport, everybody's like, where's Ben? Where's Morgan? Where's Ben? Where's Morgan? It's a low vid issue. We getting it under control. They're going to meet us here, whatever the case may be. Ben is now COVID free. And Morgan is now getting nervous because this is about to happen for them. It's about to happen for them. Now, whenever all of them get to Mexico, they finally go outside. They toasting. They sitting down. They're drinking, okay? And they start talking about, like, what was your experience when you first saw your spouse or whatever the case may be. And the first thing that Mitch decided that he want to talk about is how the fact that he really thought that his wife was her mother. I said, Mitch, if you like her mother, it's not adding up with what you say you want. And he was just so happy. Y'all remember that smile he had when he was talking to her, when he see her all the time? He just be smiling from ear to ear. That's how it was. And I'm sitting here like, child, not bitch loving your mother, girl. You better watch out. He's the type that's going to try to slide the number to her. He going to get mad one day. He going to honestly yell out like, that's why I like your mother better. Child, I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead. I can see it happening because you know he's honest and, you know, very brutal about it, okay? Alexis was talking about how, you know, her and Justin had matched on Hinge or whatever the case may be, and how she curved him, and, you know, they're like loving that story, like, oh my God, maybe this was meant to be, like it was perfect all that time, like he was right there in your face and you finally got him, okay? Nate talks about how when he saw her face, he was just like, ooh, okay, I can breathe now, we gonna be good, we gonna be all right. She says that they're so much alike. They buy the same toothpaste. They finish each other's sentences. And when she said we finished each other, I wanted him to say sentences, but child, he didn't catch on fast enough. He just didn't catch on fast enough for me. Andy and Miguel seem to be doing good. He said that he made a move on her and she basically turned him down. I said, not Miguel out here making moves. I didn't get that type of vibe, but if he was going for it, hey, she wasn't letting it happen. She said, nope, not now, okay? I still want to take things slow. Now, Nate and Stacia, they waiting. It's hard, but they waiting. And Justin was like, girl, let me tell you. I was like, not the girl, let me tell you. Okay, I guess it's hard for Justin too. And it had to be really, really hard because he decided that he was going to come out and tell everybody that when he woke up in the morning, whoo, his thing was so hard. Okay, and I was like, no, we didn't need that. But I'm here for the foolishness of it all, okay? He said that every time she touches him, he get goosebumps from head to toe. And I'm just sitting here like, ooh, child, let me go see if my husband gets some goosebumps. I went to go touch him and didn't get no goosebumps, y'all. His skin didn't goosebump at all. It was nothing. It was just like, girl, what you doing? So I guess that's the beginning phase of it all. Anyway, but the conversation was hilarious because I was like, Justin just be doing way too much for me. Just way too much for me. Mr. I need a mental connection. Sure you do. Sure you do. So now Nate and Stacia gets to the room and Nate is just so excited about this daggone jacuzzi, y'all. He jumping in there. He's like, yes. Like he ain't never seen a jacuzzi in his life. And I'm like, okay, maybe not. Who knows? Okay. So he tells her that maybe they should get in the shower together to save the water. I mean, it's giving, let me give you a massage. Like we already know that once somebody asks to give the massage, get in the shower, those are things that usually lead to sexual activity. Because baby, when they got up in that shower and the water started coming down, okay, and homegirl got on her little tippy toes, and then the leg went up, and then the hand went on the side, and the water was coming down, and the head was going back, and the kisses was happening. I was like, is we about to get a soft porn? What's happening? Child, it was hot. I was hot. It was intense. Whew. One thing about them two is that they definitely look good together, y'all. They definitely look good together, okay? So Mitch comes out the shower, y'all. He got his robe. Mitch looked clean. Thank God he looked clean. And you can't tell me that he wasn't feeling himself in the robe the way he walked out. He felt sexy, okay? He sat down. He told her that he likes the fact that she's assertive and she knows what she wants. He loves that about her. And I was like, look at him actually saying he liked things about her. He actually said that she was pretty and everything. I said, okay, Mitch, I'll take it. I will take it, okay? He's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. That's what he said. So now he's actually trying to act like he likes her. That's cute for now, okay? Morgan and Ben are finally getting married, y'all. And I kind of was like, at this point, like, we don't need this. Like, just let them go to the honeymoon. We don't even care at this point. But anyway, Ben is very handsome. So he is talking like, you know, I'm really happy to get married. I know I got to make this up to her. As much as I, you know, like to save my money, I'm willing to pay for another honeymoon for us to have a full honeymoon. So he already, you know, ready to have that second honeymoon. And I was like, oh, that's so cute, okay? Hearing him talk to his friends about what he thinks about marriage and how bad he wants it and like how he wants to, you know, have what his parents have and have some children like immediately. He just comes off so genuine in that conversation. It really made me like him, okay? Morgan really hopes that they're on the same level, and I'm just sitting here like, it's married at first sight, girl. Y'all probably won't be. Y'all probably just won't be, okay? Morgan's dad isn't coming because she said that he has nothing to do with her life, okay? He never been there for her, so why would she tell him about anything that she's doing? It doesn't even matter, okay? She decides that she's going to walk herself down the aisle because she doesn't like the idea of someone giving her away, okay? And now, I could kind of understand it, but I don't understand it. Let me tell you why. My mom and my father walked me down the aisle, but I was essentially going to walk myself down the aisle, but it wasn't because I was like, I'm this strong, independent woman. I just wanted everybody to just look at me and only me, okay? I'm gonna just be honest about it, okay? But I don't like the idea of giving away, your child, your daughter to a husband and stuff like that. I like the idea of like, sharing her. I'm entrusting you to take care of her. But I don't like the idea of like I'm giving you away to her. That's so like traditional in a sense. But I get it. I understand why her father wouldn't be there. But girl, your mother could have walked down the aisle with you. She could have, but she don't like it. She don't want it. She don't need it. Anyway, when she gets her gift, oh my God, I don't know why it's a Pastor Cal's book, child. They just be doing so much with the promo. And then we get her ring from James Allen, and her ring is absolutely beautiful. I really loved her ring, okay? So, she looked nice. I don't know why she had on sneakers. That bothered me. It just bothered me. It just bothered me. It just bothered me. But that's her style. That's her style. That's her style. Maybe she would have been good for Mitch because Mitch didn't want the shoes and she didn't want the shoes either, child. At this point, who knows? When they get to the daggone altar, she is a little bit annoying for me. I don't know if it was the nervousness of it all, but she was just too giddy. She was giving me anxiety. The whole time watching this scene, Morgan was giving me anxiety. I just needed her to calm down a little bit. Child, she would not let that daggone man talk for nothing, okay? Don't really care about her vows. His vows, he got good memory because he remembered them. His family wanted her to know that he's a mama's boy. Don't like that. And that also brings me back to my point that before he went out, he said to his mother, if it's anything that you don't like about her, let me know and we'll fix it. Nope. See, Ben, like, I feel like it's things like that makes me look at you like, no, I don't, okay? Even when a family, like, you got to share him with the other woman and his wife, his mom, her opinion is very important. How she feel really matters, as it should, but it should not alter how you feel, okay? If you feel like something is good and your mom says it's bad, that doesn't mean that you need to change it up because your mom said, okay? So you mean to tell me that if your mom don't like the color of her hair, that she needs to go dye her hair because your mom don't like it? Absolutely no. Immediately no. Not going to do it with him today or tomorrow or next week for that matter, okay? But anyway, y'all, after they say they vows and they weddings, after I had a whole anxiety, my blood pressure was raising because she was just taking me to the roof. This is why it's not really a lot of notes on this part, okay? They go out, they start talking. He brings up kids. She says, you're a cat dad now. That he likes her tattoos. They're gonna go to Japan for their second honeymoon. They seem to be vibing. They seem to be doing good. He says she's cute. She's smitten by him. It's definitely giving us a vibe. And we're gonna get more into it next week, y'all. And that is Married at First Sight. Now, I need y'all to do me a quick favor, okay? If you did not like this video, go ahead and like this video. If you did not subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And look, if you don't have nothing to comment, I'm fine with that. But leave me a yellow heart and let me know you stopped by. Why? Because first, I want to know that you were here. And then second, because it still helps the algorithm know that people are liking my content and they're watching it and they're commenting and they're engaging. And so when you guys engage, it pushes it out to the universe. And then the people on the YouTube seems to find me, okay? So just help a sister out. Just help me out a little bit. Okay, don't watch the whole thing and then don't even say hi. Like, say hi. Do something, okay? Anyway, y'all, I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe. Peace.